All right, the next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Manny Pacquiao's next opponent in Danny Garcia. So a few things. One, Freddie Roach said that he prefers for Manny Pacquiao to fight Danny Garcia. He's saying that he wants Manny Pacquiao to fight Danny Garcia. And Danny Garcia is saying that he has a fight in January. That was released through Angel Garcia, who made a video saying that Danny's training and he has a fight for January 25th. And so what we're asking is, who should Manny Pacquiao fight next? Do you think his next opponent is going to be Danny Garcia? But before we do that, I want to say congratulations to Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao for having the cases dismissed against him following the fight of the century. The judge said that the fans had no legal right to an exciting fight, and so he dismissed those charges. So I'm going to start this one off with G. Who do you think Manny Pacquiao's next opponent should be, and do you think it's going to be Danny Garcia?
Well, it's looking like it's gonna be Danny. So I got a lot of opinions about this. First, salute to Danny for getting that payday. However, I feel like it's too dangerous for Pacquiao. I don't know why Freddie Roach would say go for Danny unless they feel they have a great chance at beating Danny. But Danny carries a lot of power. I felt like he should fight Mikey. Mikey's smaller, and Mikey has a Mexican following. So I feel like pay-per-view wise, it would have been a bigger fight with Mikey. And I feel like Pacquiao will receive less damage by the end of the fight with a Mikey Garcia versus a Danny Garcia. I could see, because I could see Danny pulling an upset. But, Manny at this age, he's probably like, whatever, man, so either which way, I just feel like it doesn't make sense for him to go the Danny route when a Mikey Garcia route, to me, anyways, is more lucrative. I don't feel a Danny Garcia route will pay more versus a Mikey. So I kind of just feel like I don't see what Freddie and them are seeing right now if they're looking at the dollars.
True?
I agree and I disagree. I agree on part where I was like, I wanted him to fight a Mikey. I didn't want him to fight a guy like Danny Garcia. With Danny Garcia, like I said this before, guys, you stay away from Danny because Danny has a problem of making fighters not the same again. You know what I'm saying? If you fight Danny, and you go watch a fighter, any fighter that fight Danny, they're not the same after they fight Danny. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree with you on that one point. The money, I have to agree with Freddie. The money is with Danny Garcia because of, I know, with, Mikey has a Mexican fan base, but after this, that's what I'm saying about with boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's when, like, your next fight and how you fight a person. It might hurt you in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's under they just seen what happened with Earl did to Mikey. Everybody's just going to automatically think Pacquiao's going to run through a Mikey. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be easy for a Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? And usually when there's a challenge, that's where the money comes. People wants to pay the people to see a challenge. You know what I mean? And I agree with Freddie, yo. You know what I'm saying? That's where the money's going to come from with him and Danny. I just don't want to see Pacquiao in that fight. I just don't. It's no reward. There's no reward. There's no reward for that. It's all risk, no reward. I'm thinking maybe he feels like, because this one thing about Danny Garcia, his fights are always packed. I'm still mad that he hasn't fought in Philly yet. You know what I'm saying? He did such great numbers at Barclays. He does everywhere Danny goes. He puts butts in seats. So please, you know what I'm saying? If Danny is not gonna fight him in January, which I think is that's what it's looking like. If he's not gonna fight in January, give Danny another fight with somebody else, but let it be in Philly. Because I think what's that where the Sixers play?
That's Philly. You mean it's the arena?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, well, book that. Meek Mill's gonna come out, perform. Meek Mill's and Danny, they close. Meek Mill gonna have all his other, people come out. You don't know. You might get a state property reunion. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but remember, but Mikey, when he fought Earl, they filled up the Dallas Arena.
That was that. I mean,
See what I'm
you know,
saying?
but that hurt. That was then.
Excuse me, stadium.
Yeah, that was then. You know what I'm saying? And that was
You don't think
undefeated.
so
That was
you-
an undefeated Mikey in Texas.
Undefeated Earl.
And undefeated Earl, and that's in Texas where Earl's from, and Texas is where the majority of Mexican Americans live.
Yeah.
That's where they did it there. Now that was then when they were both undefeated, and you just seen the loss that he take. It's looking like everybody's thinking, Mikey, don't be at welterweight. And now you're gonna fight Pacquiao, who's been the star at welterweight. You know what I'm saying? Like it's people gonna go in here thinking like Pacquiao gonna run through him. With the Danny thing, people was like, oh, I gotta see this fight. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point.
I don't know.
I'll give you that one.
How you feeling, Caden?
Well, actually, we're gonna go to Ned on this one.
Maybe I would say
My B, Ned. I didn't think you had a dog in this fight.
I think maybe Pacquiao wants this fight. You know, maybe Pacquiao's been in the game so long, he just wants to challenge himself. At his age, at his level, he wants to see how far he can go at 40 years old. So,
You mean like Ortiz? I'm messing with you.
hey man, cut it out. We almost had a winner last year. Ortiz won half of that fight.
But I agree, that's a good one. Maybe he do want it because when
Yeah,
you
he
get
wanna
to
challenge
this
himself.
level,
Yeah.
certain people want to challenge themselves.
Challenge themselves. He wants to, like, you know, it's not about, I don't think it's about the money for Pac-Man, because Pac-Man has made a lot of money throughout his career, and at this point, I just think he wants to challenge himself. He wants to see what opponents he really could go up against. Because I heard Pac-Man say he wants Earl. He wants all the best fighters. So
why don't you just set up the Earl fight?
because Earl's
gonna be out for
he's not gonna be out for a little bit. I don't think he's gonna be ready. Earl's ready to fight in January after the accident. So you know, but he says he wants all the top fighters. So he's not running from anybody. So he ain't running from him. He running to him. Unlike Wilder.
We talking about Wilder want Pacquiao now.
Put him in the ring.
He's old enough.
He make weight.
Anyways, so I feel like this is a very interesting dynamic, which is why we're discussing it. Earl Spence was going to fight Danny Garcia. We know this. They announced it. And then Earl Spence gets into the car accident. And Danny is left without an opponent, really, because Earl needs time to recover. Then you have Manny Pacquiao, and people are talking about Mikey Garcia. Well, Freddie Roach said it, and it's in line with what Trill was saying. Mikey Garcia is coming off a loss. Now, that fight could be big if he was active, if he looked impressive in a recent fight, but people's most recent memory of Mikey Garcia is taking the L. And so people's most recent memory of Danny Garcia is him getting Adrian Granados out of there in impressive fashion. So you have to look at what people are going to want to see and what people are going to pay to see. You have Angel Garcia saying that they're going to fight on January 25th. You have Freddie Roach saying that he wants Danny Garcia. And then 3 days ago, Forbes magazine released the betting odds for a Danny Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao fight. And the betting odds are as such: to win $100 with Manny Pacquiao, you have to bet $200. So if you bet $200 on Manny Pacquiao and he wins, you win $100. With Danny Garcia, if you bet, you'd earn $160 if you bet $100. So Manny Pacquiao's the favorite. You bet $100 on Danny Garcia, you can win $160. You bet $200 on Manny Pacquiao, you can win $100. So the odds are in favor of Manny Pacquiao. So the odds makers are saying Pacquiao will beat Danny Garcia. Freddie Roach is feeling good. He's saying, I want to fight Danny Garcia. So it's looking to me like they're going to pick Danny Garcia. My only issue with that is, I don't know if the odds makers are right. Like there's a fight every now and then where you can get rich and you can beat Vegas, and this might be that fight. So, as you know, I respect Manny Pacquiao. I'm a Manny Pacquiao fan. I would rather him go in a different direction, but when you want to be great, you take on great challenges. And so I respect Manny Pacquiao for even being willing to step in the ring with Danny Garcia when he has no title. He's just doing it to show he's the best. And I just hope he makes it out of that ring okay, because Danny Garcia is known to put hurting on his opponents.
His last two opponents. What happened to his last two opponents? That's what people forget to say. Danny is knocked out since and Angel said it. From now on, we realize we can't go to the judges. Can't go to the judges. Because he's going to lose quick because commission don't like him. So he's saying they coming for the knockout for everything. And Danny has knocked out everybody since those questionable decisions. You know what I'm saying? Any further questions?
I will
Comments?
say, you know what? Y'all two are actually right. Because now when I think back about the Earl Mikey fight, I think Mikey lost every round. It was bad, yo. It was actually bad. Like, he had no answers for Earl. So you guys are right about that one. Maybe he should go down and wait. You know what I mean? So maybe that fight with Pacquiao may not be as lucrative as I thought.
True. You know, shoot, dope Pacquiao, man. Pacquiao's one of the greatest, man.
Yeah.
He don't have to do nothing for his legacy. His legacy is already set. Please like and subscribe and check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. It's the Boxing Bros.